Bear and Cheryl show. Hello, everyone. It is Christmas Eve night. And we decided, because Bear says hello, Merry Christmas to all of you, mwah, to do a Christmas special. It has been really a very hard time. I know it's like a broken record. It just keeps being but I'm feeling excited about 2020. And my word of the year for 2020 is wellness. So that is what Bear and I are going to focus on. Bear and I, Barry, there he is. He's filled the whole screen. Are focusing on wellness this year as I'm embarking on a new life. And I'm very excited to focus on wellness because I think that is going to be a better thing for me to do. Focus on all the good things and all the wonderful things, and that I can have a better new life. So Merry Christmas and God bless us, everyone. So I was thinking, instead of doing my usual Christmas Carol one, I have done that over the past couple of years. I thought that I would do a reading from the Grinch because he's very hot right now. Although I must say I have no use for either of the two newer versions. Could that Mr. Carey bloody fellow stop making new things again and ruining them? I would appreciate that. But anyway, happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So I decided to do a dramatic reading of some parts of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I always call it The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which is weird because it's actually not the title of it. The title of it is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but I never say it that way. I learned it that way when I was little, and I continue to do it. So, without further ado, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. No one quite knew why. No one quite knew the reason. It could be that his head was not screwed on just right. It could be that his shoes were perhaps a mite too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all was that his heart, you see, it was 2 sizes too small. Whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Whos. La who dore, welcome Christmas, come this way. La who dore, welcome Christmas Day. Welcome, da-hoo, welcome, lahu, Christmas Day is in our grasp, if only we have hands to clasp. And isn't that everything? Having hands to clasp. Even if they're Jesus's, because his are the best hands. But I digress. Okay. He stared down the cave with his Grinchy frown at the warm-lighted windows around in their town. So, he comes up with an idea to steal Christmas. It was 1:15 dawn. All the Who's still abed. All the Who's still a snooze. When he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, packed it up with their ribbons, with their tags, with their wrapping, with their tinsel, with the trimmings and the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the who's, he was grinchily humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a moment or two. Then the who's down in Whoville will all cry. Boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. And then he paused and put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low. Then it started to grow. But the sound, it wasn't sad. It was merry. It sounded so very merry. It couldn't be so, but it was very merry. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. Oh, what he saw was a wondrous surprise. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without presents at all. He hadn't stopped coming. Christmas. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came. Just the same. And the Grinch, standing there, with his feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling, till his puzzler was sore. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, and bags. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And then when his heart, it didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed to his load with the fresh morning light. Toot, toot, he rang on his trumpet. Toot, toot, he brought all their presents back. He brought all the toys, all the food for the good girls and boys. He brought everything back. And the Grinch himself, well, he brought back the food for the feast. And he ended up carving the roast beast. So everyone, far and near, happy Christmas to all. You are all so very dear. Happy Christmas, everybody. Happy Christmas. The Bear and Cheryl Show. Holiday edition.